Welcome back, everybody, to the Detour podcast. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Not much news. Same, but different.
Yeah. We're doubling up in episodes today just because on the 18th through the 31st, I will be in Australia. So we don't really have much of a weekly catch-up to kind of go on. So we'll kind of jump right into this, which gives us more time to, kind of stray and have some side conversations about stuff. So
some little rants here, some little rants there, some
a little bit, yeah. So the topic I wanted to talk about today was hot takes, because I know we all have some hot takes, and we've heard some wild hot takes. We're like, what in the world is that person thinking?
Yeah.
So I wanted to dive into the world of hot takes and see, do we agree with these hot takes?
Or do we
disagree? Are we kind of like...
on the fence?
Yeah, a little bit different about it. So I just pulled up a Reddit list of them. So we'll see what a bunch of people put down. But the first one that I read is the extra day for leap year should be moved to the beginning of the year and called January 0 to be an extra New Year's Eve party day. So instead of it being like February 29th, it's just like, here's an extra beginning of the year day that's a holiday and everybody can get it. What do you think about
that? Would that screw up like the Sunday through Monday?
I don't think it would. I think it would just, instead of the first being on a Monday, it'd be like the first is on a Tuesday and then 0's on a Monday. And then it just keeps going. Because it is just like when they do the 29th, it just scoots everything down.
Well, the calendar technically is all like...
It always is rotating because it's not an even number.
All right, actually, hot take. Would you rather have every month just be 20... I think it's 28 days instead of... I think it's 29 days.
31.
Yeah, just have it all 29 days.
Yeah.
Or, actually, no. It's changing. Instead of 12 months, 13 months. And they're all exactly 4 weeks, 28 days.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I'm indifferent. I don't care enough about the days. What I would like is for the seasons to line up with the months. So like how winter doesn't start until practically December is over. Make it winter be like December 1st to February 28th, then spring's March 1st to the end of May, then summer's June to August, and then fall September to November. Because I feel like those months are the best for those like holidays. Because
when does December start?
Huh?
I mean, not December. Winter.
Winter start. I think it's the 21st of December.
December 1st.
Because you said December starts, dude. The 21st.
Oh, yeah. December to March.
So instead of it being like... Yeah, so instead of it, you just push it to the beginning of the month, because it could start snowing the beginning of December, but that's still fall. That's so weird.
Yeah, and then summer starts June 21st. I feel like it's already getting...
And it's so warm. Hot at the beginning of June. So I'm like, just make it so instead of it being... Because I guess it is according to the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, which is like, okay, well, that's when winter begins.
Yeah.
But come on. I feel like it's just so complicating.
That actually makes no sense, because technically the start of winter, December 21st, is also the shortest day, to where now this starts getting longer again.
Yeah, and then...
To where it's like, why does winter start when days are getting longer again? I feel like...
It should start, or it should be already progressively going from when days get shorter, and then it hits and then days get a bit longer, and then that's when spring hits, because days get longer and longer, and you get rain and...
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that is a hot take. That is weird.
Yeah, I've thought about that before. In my own free time.
In my own free time. What's your favorite holiday? I mean, season.
I like spring. Just because I like the end of spring and the beginning of summer.
Yeah, before it gets way too hot.
Spring's too cold and wet in the beginning, and then in the halfway through summer in the end is way too hot.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, you kind of get that cool of like, I can go to the pool, but at night, my favorite combination of clothing is sweatshirt and shorts.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, no, I'm at the perfect body temperature. And that is the perfect time of the year.
Yeah, that is true. I like fall because I like layers. I like dressing with layers.
This. Yeah.
It's because you can like do more shit with outfits. Like you can wear a hoodie with a flannel, hoodie with a coat. Like you can spice things up with like so many other layers.
That is true.
And there's more activities to do in fall and summer than there are in spring and winter.
Yeah, because it's like, it's just so wet in spring. And then winter is also so wet, but it's also gloomy and nobody wants to.
Everyone gets depressed because the sun's gone by 5 p.m. and then, yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. Let's see. This one says, and let's hope it actually makes sense. The phrase, it's all down here. God dang it, dude. Oh my gosh. I didn't even mean to say that either. My mind jumbled, and I usually say gosh dang it, and I just couldn't speak. It's all downhill from here. Freak. Means the opposite of what it should mean. Going downhill is very much easier than going uphill. So when you're saying it's all downhill from here, it's just bad.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, even though it should be like, well.
Because you could say it's all uphill from here, but I feel like when you go down, like when you hit rock bottom, that's bad. So I associate it with that because it's not, when you're using the phrase it's all downhill, it doesn't mean, it's hard. It's just like, oh, it's just going to suck. I mean, I guess going uphill makes sense too, but I associate it with like hitting rock bottom. Like when you go down, it's just really bad. Like this party is going to suck.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad.
It's all downhill.
Well, that's what they're saying is because when you go downhill, everything's easier because you don't have gravity or you're like pushing on you. It's taking you down. So they're saying it should be a good phrase rather than being like, if the party's up here and you're saying, oh, it's all downhill from here, that means it's just going to progressively get worse and worse. So do you think it should be switched to a good saying? Of like, oh man, now we don't have to worry about anything. It's all downhill from here. Because we can just coast it out.
No. I like how it is.
Just sounds weird, huh?
I think they both. I'm getting my own self confused thinking too hard.
Oh, I completely agree with this one. This is going to be very controversial because people who do this don't agree and they'll fight you on it. Bicyclists do not belong on roadways.
I agree.
Not at all. Get off of my road.
Get a bike lane. You have a bike lane.
And they don't even ride it.
And they don't even go in the bike lane.
Or they'll hug the line of the bike lane close to your lane.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to hit you, and it's going to be unintentional. But part of me is going to be like, you know what? Serves you right.
Or if you're in freaking canyons, that is one going this way, one going this way. So there's obviously not enough room because there's a sheer mountainside.
It is barely a 2-lane road.
And yet bikers are trying to go through the canyon. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. Like, you are trying to cause an accident or like hurt yourself or hurt a driver because you're wanting to ride through this canyon when there's already not enough room for 2 vehicles or like a semi and 1 vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, bikers piss me off when they like think they own the road. It's like
the entitlement that comes from it of like, roads were made for one reason. First, they were horses and carriages, which were replaced by cars. Yeah. They weren't made for bikes. There's sidewalks. We even have designated bike lanes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of this video I saw where there's a bike lane off to the side of the road and it's big enough to
and then the guy in the vehicle
is riding on the bike lane and he's cussing him out saying like, you guys are idiots, like use the bike lane that our tax dollars pay for, and he just continues to ride up the bike lane. I'm like, oh,
yeah, but that would irritate the fuck out of me if there is a designated bike lane and they're on the road blocking the road instead of being on the bike lane.
Yeah, every time I see a bicyclist, I'm like, you need to choose a new hobby because I think your hobby isn't biking, it's pissing people off.
Yeah.
I think you enjoy that more than actually riding a bicycle.
Literally.
Or mountain bike. Because that's not in anyone's way. Yeah. You're in the mountains.
Like, but actually go on mountain bike trails, not hikes, because then you will be in the way.
That's true. And there's so many designated mountain biking trails.
There is. Specifically like, just for mountain biking.
Come on, dude. And they're way more fun than going on a hiking trail.
Yeah.
So
I do agree with that.
I'm glad
Bikes
you agree.
shouldn't be on the road.
Yeah, dang. I also agree with this one. Senior citizens should be required to take a driving test every 2 years after 75.
I agree.
Because
they
you are not there. Like, you are not mentally
they
there.
forget so many things, and then they either drive so slow on the freeways and roads,
or so fast,
or they're just so in their own world to where they're just doing illegal turns and movements, or like cutting off people constantly just because they're like, oh, I need to turn on that street, let me just cut
I know
through
somebody
traffic.
who does that. I'm not gonna name them, but they almost run lights. They're speeding on like normal.
Yeah, or their eyesight's bad and they can't see. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's
especially when you have bad eyesight and you're trying to drive at night. As you're
even if it's not every 2 years and it's
hard.
every 5 years or something.
It needs to be more frequent than what it currently is. So.
There isn't one. It's like once you have your driver's license, you're good.
Yeah.
Until you don't want to drive, which is crazy.
Because I'm like,
Someone could be 98 driving.
And they're like, I want to go drive because I have a license for it. Yeah, I think it's...
That's criminal. That's crazy.
Speaking of licenses, this is completely off topic, but I saw this thing where I think it was enacted on the 1st, or it's coming out this year. Yeah, for the state of Utah, anyone who has had a DUI or like an extreme DUI or whatever will have a thing on their license that says "Do not serve alcohol." So if you've had a DUI, by law, you have to get a new license that says you cannot be permitted to buy alcohol. So if you go to try to buy alcohol, they have to refuse you. And I think it's also...
I think it's after... I can see it after 3 DUIs.
Well, it's like... I know
if you don't even
thing where they label your license so you can no longer buy because of the amount. Yeah, like the...
But then it's like, what if you got rid of your car and you need an ID to buy alcohol? And you can just use your passport.
So it might be like a temporary thing of...
But that makes no sense because you can just use your passport, which is an ID.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I also heard that, I think it was starting the 1st as well for Utah, they have to check everyone's ID, even if they can tell you're of age. They have to leave.
They've already done that before.
Oh, really?
Because I worked at a gas station when I was in college, and they changed the law to where it's like, even if you looked goddamn like 90, I had to ask. And it was the most ridiculous rule at that gas station possible. Because I'm like, obviously this guy is 90, like he's damn near putting his last breath in, and I have to ask for his ID. That's crazy.
Yeah. I wonder, I don't know. That is so weird. I can tell you're ancient. Why can't you just buy...
It's more in the gray area. Like, if they look young, take it as a compliment if you get asked for your ID.
Yeah.
Like, someone thinks you look under 21, that's a compliment.
Yeah,
so don't take it personally. Don't get all agitated like, why are you asking for my ID? Like, obviously I'm this age. Like, it's like, fuck off. Take it as a compliment. You look 21. You look young.
Seriously. Dang, dude. Oh my gosh. This one irks me to my core, and I will fight. I will throw hands with anybody who agrees with this, so don't even agree with it. Pizza is overrated.
I disagree with that.
I 100% disagree.
Pizza is phenomenal and one of the best things on the freaking planet.
It's number one for me. The number one food. I could eat pizza for breakfast. No, that's actually excessive, but I could eat pizza every day.
No, I could eat pizza every day.
Not for breakfast. I could eat pizza for lunch, like leftovers, and then a fresh pizza for dinner.
What about cold pizza?
I think the only cold pizza I like is homemade pizza.
I hate you.
Because I think it tastes different than if you go and get like fast done pizza. So like if I get Little Caesars, I have to heat it up because it tastes terrible cold. But like grandma's homemade pizza, it's different. So like I'm fine eating that if I don't want to heat it up. But I think I lean more towards I have to heat up my pizza.
Okay. Yeah, I have to have warm pizza. I can't eat cold pizza. That's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Pizza's pizza, but warm pizza is better than cold pizza, but cold pizza sometimes is still doing its thing, so.
No.
It is what it is.
But pizza is so freaking good. What about pineapple on pizza? That's a hot take.
Yeah, pineapple on pizza is a hot take. And I freaking love it.
You criminal.
I love it. I think the pineapple works so well with the ham. Oh my gosh, pineapple on pizza is just so banging. Hawaiian pizza?
I don't prefer it. Like, I would never go out of my way to get it. But a girl made me homemade pizza with pineapple and ham on it. It's not terrible, but it's still weird, and I wouldn't go out of my way to get it.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm like,
because it is a weird
a party,
taste of that sweetness of the pineapple mixed with all the other flavors of the
that's fair.
Pizza.
Yeah, one of my pizzas, if I'm hosting a party, it'll be like normal pizza. I'll probably do like a supreme or a combination pizza, Hawaiian pizza.
Mine, if I host and buy pizza,
just gonna be
it's either pepperoni or it's pepperoni and cheese. I ain't going above and beyond to get Hawaiian.
Did you say pepperoni and cheese?
I mean pepperoni and cheese.
So like pepperoni and so just cheese. Cheese pizza? Just
I don't eat cheese. I think it's atrocious.
I think if you're gonna come to my party and I'm hosting and I'm paying for the pizza, you're not eating plain cheese pizza. That's not pizza.
Yeah.
I think the only exception for a plain cheese pizza is if it's like a margarita pizza, because it's intentionally made with fresh mozzarella and stuff. But if you're getting like Domino's or Little Caesars and they're like, I just want a cheese pizza, criminal. That pizza is not good enough to not have pepperoni on it.
Yeah, and it's just easier. Like if I go to a store and bring it back, like if it's like a party for hosting with like so many freaking people and I'm buying pizza, and it's Little Caesars because that's the cheapest pizza roughly, and I just bring back like 7 pepperonis and people are like, where's the cheese pizza? Where's the cheese? I'm like, shut up.
Just take the pepperoni off your pizza.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you're not even going to taste it. Just shut up and eat the pizza.
Yeah, the only time I wouldn't do that is if someone like was actually like vegan or something. Or like, fair, or if they're allergic to
if they're vegan, they can't have cheese.
Oh.
Vegetarian.
Okay, whatever.
But my thing
actually, at that point, they can get their own pizza. I'm not worried about what
I'm not caring about you. I think this is also kind of a hot take. I think anybody who actively prefers a cheese pizza as their pizza of choice is a child. Like, I don't think...
I actually do think of only children eating cheese pizza.
Yes. And they're always the whiners who are like, what about my cheese?
What about my cheese?
Like Home Alone. You guys eat my cheese pizza. Shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That's actually true. I can only think of like
children who like cheese pizza.
Children.
Golly.
Do you know what cheese reminds me of? Have you seen the Shane Gillis and he's a comedian?
Yeah,
and
I know him.
And he talks about I think it's his brother-in-law or like someone in his family.
Grilled cheese.
The grilled cheese. Where's the cheese, Danny?
Yeah.
Where's the cheese?
Uncle Danny been making grilled cheese at night.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I'll make a grilled cheese.
I'm making grilled cheese.
I know that bugger is. Yeah, that's funny.
That clip killed me.
It is so funny.
It is so funny.
And how he's like, yeah, it runs in my family. Like, it almost got me. I dodged it. It nicked me.
It nicked me.
I'm like, oh, that's so funny. Oh
he's one of my favorite.
He is hilarious.
Are my favorite comedians.
I love them. They're so wild in what they say, and it's just so
Theo Von just says the most outlandish thing, and then it's just like half the time it doesn't even make sense, but it's so funny.
Because it doesn't make sense, yeah.
Like, have you seen the what's his name? When he's have you seen Theo Von talk to Dursky about Cat Williams? How he has a Black Santa Cat Williams.
He has a Cat Williams nutcracker.
Yes.
And
he's like
I didn't realize Cat Williams had a statue or whatever. And he showed him, and it's just like,
it's just a black
nutcracker, and it looks just like Cat Williams though. That's so funny.
But the way Theo Von says everything, he says it with like such like confidence of what he says. Yeah, I don't know, he kills me.
There's a Cat Williams sculpture. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Okay, hot take. The best music comes from artists that have something to prove? Or do you think it's ones that have already made it?
I think it's who have something to prove.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can tell. I feel like in comparison to cooking, right? Homemade cooking tastes way better than store-bought cooking.
Yeah.
Because of the love that's
you put into it.
So when people have something to prove, they're putting their soul into
their passion,
the music,
their love.
and you can feel it. But once they've made it, it's almost like the drive to make the best music that they can, that they love, just isn't as much there. So I love the artists that have made it, but they find different ways to just continue to enjoy making the music. But I think it's
it's like they have something to prove. They have to like, they don't have their audience yet, so they're trying to get people to love and enjoy their music and like want to see more. While people that have made it, like half their songs sometimes don't turn out good, but it's just because they have such a big audience.
They're like, I know people will buy it. I need money. I'm just gonna.
And sometimes they're not even good. But like someone that has something to prove, like smaller artists, they just hit different. They speak to your soul.
Yeah. Question on that: do you think, do you think some of the biggest artists that we have now are actually good at singing, or do you think it's the delusion because they're made to be these amazing singers?
I think it's the delusion.
I agree, because a
lot of artists use auto-tune or whatnot.
Terrible. I don't mind if you use auto-tune, but it's one of those things of like when people are like Taylor Swift, and I know this is gonna get some people. I hate Taylor Swift. I only like her old music when she had something to prove.
Yeah.
I hate her now music, and it's just so jumbled up, like repetitive garbage.
I wasn't a fan of that. She tried to get on the country wagon.
She started with country.
Well, I know, but then she went away from it.
She went on pop.
To where she tried to go back to it. Because it was like a couple years ago or whatnot, like everyone was doing country or whatnot, to where like people that didn't do country tried to get into country.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift went back into country just because that was like the fad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like you got famous doing pop or whatnot, like, or country, whatever. But like you steered away. Why are you trying to go back just because it's like.
Yeah, I don't know. When I hear her music, I just think it's. I've never written a song, so I can't judge songwriting, but they're terrible. Her new album is terrible. Personally, for me, I just don't like it. I can't stomach a song.
I don't think I've listened to a Taylor Swift song since we were growing up, and it was like, doesn't she have a song called 21 or something?
Yeah.
I think that was the last song I listened to.
I remember, any music before that I loved, because that's when I was like, me and you had the biggest crush on Taylor Swift.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I do. I do, because you're like, yeah, I got a crush on Taylor Swift. I'm like, no, I do. Then you're like, no, I do. And it was like the most embarrassing childish things.
Really?
Yeah. But then after that, she got like crazy. I don't know. It's just, I just feel like, when people lose the spark of making the music, you can tell.
Yeah, look, in Spotify, under my liked songs, I don't have a single Taylor Swift song.
Really? I have a few. But it's her older songs, and I don't really listen to them.
I don't have like
anymore.
any of hers. Or like if I look through my there's a lot of artists. Like I don't have any Beyonce songs either.
I don't like Beyonce songs.
I only have one Kanye song. I think so many big artists I think are so overrated.
I like a lot of their old music, and I think that's what I have. But I've been listening to a lot of like indie rock and indie pop recently.
I'm on the indie grind right now.
There's one. You have you seen Stranger Things?
No, I wasn't a fan.
Okay, so
That's a hot take. Yeah. Everyone's obsessed with that right now.
I just started it, and I think I'm only getting into it because it's the whole D&D 80s like vibe, and I love that. Like I want to do a D&D campaign, but people in my life just can't commit. And then I read like fantasy book. I'm reading a fantasy book that's along like the lines of a D&D game. So it's kind of like that. So I'm enjoying it. But Joe Curie, who plays, oh my gosh, I can't remember his character name in the show.
What does he look like?
Steve, I think.
The guy with longer hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually makes music under the alias of Joe, so DJO. And I love it. Like obviously his End of Beginning is the most popular song he's got with almost 2 billion streams on it. But I've been like hitting up because his new album, The Crux, is actually really good. And there's a bunch of songs on there that I have on repeat because they're just so fun, and they remind me of like Vampire Weekend, or they kind of remind me of a little bit of Tame Impala or The Wallows, and they're all along the same lines of that alt indie kind of music.
Oh my. Yeah. His number one song is 2 billion listens.
He has that song, In the Beginning, is currently number one globally. It just beat out one of Taylor Swift's songs.
That's crazy.
And this is his second time that song's popped up. So it initially popped up when they found out he was making music, and then it came up again because Stranger Things just ended. But he's got like 44 million monthly listeners.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like I enjoy that kind of music, and I feel like I don't know. That's what I've been on recently, and you know, The Walls as well. But it's just that kind of music where it's fun, and you can kind of tell that they're having fun with the music. They're not doing it because anyone expects them to make music. They're doing it because of the enjoyment of making music.
That's wild.
So yeah, pretty juicy.
Yeah, but that is a hot take.
I agree.
Like, it's the same thing with Peaky Blinders. People either loved it or hated it. Stranger Things, people either love it or hate it.
Yeah. And I feel like that sometimes can make it rough, because sometimes with things like that, there is no in between. There really isn't. There's not like, yeah, it was pretty good, I'm just indifferent about it. It's just like, it was terrible or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was too overrated that I never got into it, and I think people were too obsessed. I was like, whatever. I don't even care about this stupid show.
Yeah.
I never even got past like episode 3 or 2.
I'm gonna be completely honest. It is rough. Unless you started watching the first season, it is kind of rough to get into. But now I'm on season 2, where things are getting juicy and like stuff's happening. Okay.
Things are getting juicy.
I can see it, but I think I'm watching it for completely different reasons than everybody else.
What's your reason?
Like I said, it's got like the whole D&D thing to it. So it's kind of fun to
see that aspect.
And to be like, imagine if you did a D&D campaign of something like that. Of like, okay, we could be in the like today, or like the 80s or the 50s or whatever, and you're like, you have a character about that life, and then something crazy like abnormal happens. And that's the whole entire campaign of going through that and having to deal with this when you have no idea what's happening.
Okay.
Like, that would be fun to do, or like, even if that was a book, that would be a fun book to read. So I'm viewing it from like the very nerd in me standpoint, rather than being like, oh, this is the greatest show ever. It's all right. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm not dying to watch episodes. The last time I watched stuff was Monday.
Okay.
And I don't plan on watching anything till I work from home on Friday.
Well, that's fair.
So I'm not like obsessed with it, but I mean, it is what it is. So another one I have that came to my head is, what's your take on electric cars?
My personal opinion, I think they're cool. I think they're all right. But I absolutely, with a fiery passion, hate driving behind a Tesla.
Why?
Because that stupid auto drive or whatnot. One, if you're in the fast lane and you're driving Tesla, all of a sudden there's like a 300-mile gap between you and the car in front of you because of the stupid auto drive. Or it like, since it auto brakes or whatnot, it's like the red light keeps flashing, so it's not like I don't know. I get so pissed off if I'm behind a Tesla.
Okay.
Like, they just infuriate me if I'm behind them while driving.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't personally have a take on driving behind them.
I drive fast in the fast lane, but Teslas, they just have their autopilot or whatever. They're just doing whatever speed they want on autopilot. And so, like, all of a sudden there's like 300,000 miles in front of them, and I feel like Tesla drivers think they're so entitled that they will not get over to the next lane to let faster cars drive by them. So that's why I get annoyed.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I hate them. I think electric cars are the stupidest thing ever, because it is proven that their batteries are worse for the environment than the exhaust.
The amount of like fossil fuels or like the rare minerals or whatnot.
To dispose of those batteries takes so much energy that it's just like, what is the point? But also, if that car crashes and lights on fire, it's gonna burn forever.
Yeah, because it's an electrical fire.
Are so much more intense than. So I'm like, I hate it, and I hate how, like, a lot of cars like Dodge, they are no longer making gas-powered like Challengers and Chargers.
Really?
They have electric ones, and they have freaking automated noises, so when you press on the gas, it's supposed to make it sound like it's a gas-powered car. I think that is so
wild.
Stupid.
That is stupid.
I think it's so dumb.
And
like, sorry, you go.
No, you go.
Work on, like, there is a way to filter out how much pollutants do come out of your exhaust. Work on that. Or, there's other people, like, I'm pretty sure there's a hydrogen-powered car.
Yeah, someone proved it because they tried to, that's a conspiracy theory. They tried to hide the fact that you could make a hydrogen car, and some guy did do it, and his car was running on hydrogen.
And I'm like, that's way better for the environment, and it's essentially...
And it's free.
Yeah, it's
because it just filters through the water or whatnot, and it powers your car.
Yeah, I think it's just so dumb that...
And another conspiracy, the weird topic, is I think the more electric we get, the more control the government has over us. To where it's like, oh, cars, you have to be home by a certain time, otherwise, like, your car will automatically be shut off. Or if, like, you're out past your curfew, your car won't drive. Or, like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah, super controlling. Or that's how we have been kind of heading.
You can't even fix your own car once it gets too electrical because there's like everything's tied electronically, and you need like a manufacturing degree. Is like, if you try to do this on your own, you null and void the warranty, and we will never touch your car to like fix it again.
Yeah,
compared to like
so dumb
mechanic shops or whatnot. They used to be like radio, one little electric thing. Everything else was like things that you could fix on your own.
That's why I love older cars, because you can work on them on your own. They're not super advanced technology wise that almost make it scary. Like, yeah, that's why I don't like a lot of things super advanced, because it does feel like you are kind of giving up control.
Yeah.
And I also think that the whole thing about self-driving cars gives people an excuse to text and drive, which is already a major problem.
Yeah.
Like, if I can see a text, if I'm at a red light and I can see someone texting me, I'll look at it, and then I'll put my phone down, and I'll be like, hey Siri, blah blah blah. Don't actually do it, but I'll basically just have Siri like send a message for me, so I'm not really looking at my phone. But I'm never on my phone in my car.
I think that I'm guilty of it,
because I was behind this one person the other day driving, and you could tell from behind that she was on her phone, and she was kind of like bouncing between like the lines. It was terrible. So then we drove around her, and it was funny because I'm not a very aggressive person. I'm passive. Liz is aggressive. So we were driving, and Liz goes over, and as we're driving, she just glares at the lady and is like, what the crap, dude? And then goes, and I'm like, I feel like I'm a little awkward, but you tell her, because it's stupid.
Okay.
So
I agree. It allows people to, or drunk drivers to like text, like have their Tesla drive them home.
Yeah. And I'm like,
it is kind of steezy though to have your car drive you home. I think that's pretty bad. If you're hammered and you just sitting in there like, take me home.
You just in the driver's seat and it's just going. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Nah. I like that. I don't use the speed control. What is that thing called in your
cruise
car?
control?
I don't use that.
Neither do I.
I like to be in complete control of my car when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Because I can't trust
anything can happen on a whim. Like, I don't want to have my foot off the gas and brake.
Well, it's also like your cruise control could malfunction, and if you're not paying enough attention, yeah, it's like you don't have quick enough reflexes to be like, ugh, I'm gonna like handle it. If your feet aren't even on the gas, your feet are gonna be like down on the ground, back, and you're like this and trying to get it up. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's relaxing too many people to not actually pay attention on the roads.
Yeah, agreed. And that's a huge issue that people...
And it's making people not even use their brain.
So impatient too, though.
Yeah.
I've realized that Utah, I saw a list, we're the third rated worst state of like drivers. We have the worst, like the third rated worst drivers in the country.
No, it's because other states don't know how to drive.
But
our fast lane is for fast cars.
Well, but
everybody else,
I get the fast lane.
Half the time,
neighborhood driving.
Oh.
That's the issue. Because I was sitting at a red light, and it was red for like I could count 5 Mississippis on that red, and cars just kept turning. I'm like, why? Like, you're not that impatient to wait for another round of lights to go through. It's a minute and a half, maybe 2.
Yeah.
You're not like, why are you running a red light, you idiot?
Yeah.
That stuff pisses me off.
Hey, you're about to see in Australia, in England, or I think it's Australia, they have the overhead beams or whatnot that shoot lasers down, and they track how your speed.
Oh, really?
So then if you go too fast, you'll just get a ticket in the mail.
good thing I'm not going to be driving.
No, but isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Like, there's the beams, and it's like, oh, if theirs is like 70 kilometers per hour or whatnot, and you're going 75, you're going above too fast, it will scan your car, and it has your license plate scanned to whatever it scans. You'll just get a ticket in the mail.
I've heard of that being, I think it's like LA or like a big city in the States where they have cameras that do that as well.
And so they just send you a ticket. So you don't even need to get pulled over. You just get a ticket in the mail randomly.
Oh, you got mail? Oh, really?
Oh, it's a ticket. How crazy is that?
That's the worst surprise ever. Goodness me. Yeah, I couldn't.
Okay. Oh, I have a hot take.
Yeah?
Especially with nowadays. What's your take on people owning guns?
I don't care. You can own a gun. But I think the steps in order to acquire the gun, I think there needs to be something put in place for like checking you psychologically.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if people own a gun, but it's just the fact that anyone really can own a gun, and the most unstable people are the ones that seem to love buying that crap. Like, I want to get a gun. I want to get a concealed carry like license and everything, because if there's a home invasion or, you know, something does happen,
you want to be able to protect yourself.
So, like, almost like a natural disaster, like if war breaks out and you happen to be, people are invading like our state.
Well, I got to protect myself.
I kind of got to have some protection.
Yeah.
I can't do that without a gun. But there's a lot of people who are just
crazy,
totally
they're nut
unwell.
jobs. Yeah.
And they'll get a gun, and then that's where a lot of people will be like, they'll shoot, like the whole shooting up of movie theaters.
Yeah, that's when I think, yes, psychological evals would be nice for the process or whatnot. But then, I don't know, I would prefer a lot of people to have guns to protect themselves or to like know how to use a gun if they, because I don't know, like if hypothetically, if like a shooter came into the building or whatnot, like, and someone disarmed them, but they didn't know how to use a gun, and they pick up their gun, and they don't even know the mechanics, and the safety was off, and they accidentally just shoot someone on accident. Like, no, I think people should be more informed. People, in my opinion, should own guns, because then, one, you can do hobbies. You can go shooting, clay pigeon shooting.
Shooting is fun.
And, like, if you know how to use a gun, and, like, hypothetically, if, like, the world went to shit, and you were in the woods, you need to know how to use a gun to hunt pheasant or, like, other animals to, like, survive.
On that topic, I do want to continue talking about that, but I do want to know, do you think guns kill people or people kill people? I know that is a huge thing that people get their panties in a twist, and I agree.
People kill people.
Because if you set a gun down on the table and you don't touch it, it's not going to shoot you.
If I have a knife,
the person behind the gun's going to shoot you.
If I have a knife and I stab someone to death, and I go to court, and I say, it wasn't me, it was the knife.
The knife killed him.
The knife killed him. I grabbed, it took control of me.
Yeah, no.
No, people kill people.
I think it's a load of crap. So I really do think if they had an effective way to do like a psych eval on somebody, because the process to get a gun and to get your license is already like a pretty good process.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they had like an effective way to really be like, okay, you are actually unstable.
But then it's so hard to, I feel like...
I know, that's what I'm saying, if they had an effective way to kind of understand.
And then I feel like that's just making another requirement for normal people to be harder to get their own gun.
I guess.
Because it is so hard to tell,
like, let's say it is one of those things of like, they hook you up to like a lie detector or whatever, any way to read kind of like your brain waves, because the way the electrons fire in your brain, depending on if you have, you know, like depression versus anxiety, fire differently. So like if they could kind of register like what goes on for what, so we understand that person's actually not stable, unwell, because we can tell. Like if there's a way, it's like, okay, you're gonna come in here, there's a written test for it, you know, it is what it is, you're gonna go through like a quick 5-minute psych eval just to get enough information to tell. I feel like if there was an effective way of doing it,
if there was an
really
effective way,
much on it, but I just know it's not going to be that easy.
Yeah, it won't be that effective or that easy, which is the hard part. But I do think the process to get a gun is so, like, I could literally go walk into Cabela's, buy a shotgun right off the shelf, buy shells.
Well, it's so weird how you could get a shotgun without having to obtain a permit.
Yeah.
But for a pistol, handgun, you have to have. You have to have
your hunter safety or like your safety valve. Yeah,
and I'm like, a shotgun over a handgun. Like I understand that there's probably a reasonable explanation for why.
It's because the shotgun is so massive that it's like it's not so easy to just whip around somewhere or like carry
That is
around.
true,
like
but
it's on your back, everyone sees. But a handgun, you can easily conceal, and if you don't have a concealed carry, that's a felony, I think.
I think it is too.
Or like if it's on your hip, showing or whatnot.
I can see that, but a shotgun, I feel like.
But if it's on your hip and then you get pulled over, you have like I think you have to tell the cop like, hey, I have my.
You do.
I'm carrying
if
like.
you have a gun, when you get pulled over, from what I know, you have to
announce
that there's a weapon
yeah.
in the car.
Because then if you don't, and then you get searched and they find it, that's like a.
Then it's immediately going to be like a high risk thing, and the guns are going to be on. Get on the ground, and you're like, ah.
Yeah.
So.
But I personally think people should own guns.
I do too.
With the way that our world is and whatnot, I think people would feel should feel safer.
I agree. I was talking to my manager at work yesterday, and I think it was some I was like Finland or some country where it is by law required for you to do 2 years of military. So everyone at 18 has to enroll in the military, and after those 2 years, you're not in it anymore. And he was saying he likes that, and he thinks that America should do that.
Because it would get everyone comfortable with guns.
Because one, we would know the proper thing of gun safety. Two, I feel like a lot of people, especially growing up with the whole social media thing, there is zero work ethic.
Yeah, there is zero.
So it kind of teaches people responsibility, and you don't understand guns.
Well, it teaches people routine of you wake up at a certain time, you do this.
To do something. And you could still be creative and go if you want to act, if you want to make music, whatever. But you have the discipline to do it because of that. But nobody's given discipline, and people complain and cry about whatever they don't get. So it's they'll go through 2 years of military service, and then after that, they're given an issued automatic AK-47 because they know it. So everyone's armed. So it's if you try to invade them, the entire population of the country has a gun.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things of it would make sense to do that because it'd probably be way better for future generations. And I don't have the best work ethic, and I feel if that was something where 18 to 20, you go into the military, and it's not you're forced to stay later, but that's just we're basically going to teach you the basic rules of gun safety, of becoming a better citizen, and then after 2 years you're done. It would be nice because then you could effectively just be a high functioning person of society, and not be these whining, complaining people who don't want to do anything for themselves and expect everything to get it to them and whatnot. It's just I don't know, lots of hot takes, but I think...
No, it is. Because there, you wouldn't want to invade because every single person owns a gun there.
Imagine
here,
America.
The only people that own guns are cowboys, rednecks,
people in the military,
people in the military,
Yeah.
That's the majority of rednecks, cowboys, and military, I feel are the top three.
Yeah.
I could be missing something.
Republicans?
Yeah, Republicans mainly have weapons as well.
But I think it would be insane to be we're going to attack you, and you have a country of hundreds of millions of people, and everybody over the age of 18 has weapons training and has a gun.
Yeah.
Yes, our military is huge, but if everybody had a gun that's an adult, you're kind of screwing yourself by attacking them. So it is I don't know, there's draws to everything, but that's really all I had for the hot takes.
No, it's fair.
So wanted to kind of dive into it because I don't feel like we get enough, a little juicy controversy. So, yeah, man, we're done. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. Let us know what your either favorite hot take that we said was, or a hot take that you personally have. I don't want to hear anything about pizza unless it's good things, because
pizza, everyone loves pizza.
Is the bomb.
Literally everyone loves pizza.
I don't know a person who hates pizza.
Pizza you can eat for lunch, dinner, sometimes breakfast. Pizza
it's so versatile. Good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, and leave a comment. We love the engaging with you guys. It is just super fun to hear everything. One comment that I have seen recently is, when am I going to get a wedgie? Well, unfortunately for you, we didn't hit the goal of 25 likes.
But we still can technically hit that goal if people go back to that video.
If you guys like the video, we can hit that goal because it was 100 views and 25 likes, and we're almost at 200 views, but only like 17 or 18 likes.
Oh, so we're damn close. So everyone that's watching,
close.
go back a couple episodes, find which one, give it a like. Once we get to 25, we'll give this guy a wedgie.
I'll get a wedgie, so yeah.
And if you're listening on any of our podcasts, Spotify, give us a like, give us a follow, comment below any hot takes you have, or if you disagree or agree with any of the ones we talked about. I don't know, I feel like me and you agree on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a couple that we disagreed, but I think roughly we do agree on.
I think the only thing we didn't agree on was cold pizza.
Yeah.
And I'm not really surprised that we agreed on most things.
Yeah. But yeah, give us a like, give us a follow. We love the involvement, and
we do.
We'll catch you next time.
Much love.
Peace.